when I tell patients not to have surgery yet. I tell people all the time, don't have surgery yet. And that surprises a lot of folks, especially coming from a surgeon like me. But I've learned the hard way that surgery, it isn't always the answer, even when things look bad. Sometimes what looks like a surgery moment is really a wait and let it heal moment. And I get it. When you can't lift your arm, you can't sleep, and you're in pain, tired of hurting, it's easy to think, I just want it fixed. But not every shoulder that hurts is broken, and not every problem needs a scalpel. Hey there, I'm Dr. Dan, orthopedic surgeon, who's helped a lot of people go through shoulder surgery and shoulder recovery. My job here is simple, to cut through the noise so you can heal smarter. I've been surprised in my career more times than I can count. This one sticks with me though. A man who fell hard one winter on the ice, he came in to see me. He couldn't lift his arm. It's what we call a dead arm. He was sure he'd ripped everything, and honestly, I thought so too. We ordered an MRI, and I was ready to start talking about repair, about surgery. But when the results came back, no massive tear, just inflammation and a nerve that had taken a hit. We gave it time, some rehab, and a few months later, his function came back. No surgery. That's why I say pain and weakness don't always mean it's time for the operating room. Because sometimes your body is just in shock. It's trying to protect you, not punish you. And if you're in that uncertain stage, hurting, wondering if you're headed towards surgery, grab my free shoulder pain checklist. It walks you through what to ask and how to know if you're ready or not. The link is below in the description. Here is the core truth. If you're sitting there right now wondering, will you need surgery? Slow down. Get a real diagnosis, not an assumption. So it could be an issue with your rotator cuff, but it could be an issue with your deltoid, or it could be a clavicle contusion. Most people are shocked to learn how often these things improve with rest and therapy and time and some patience. The body wants to heal. Sometimes you just have to give it the right environment and not panic. And when it doesn't happen overnight, well, we have to give it time. Here's what I want you to think about. Are you losing motion or are you losing confidence? Because I've seen plenty of people panic after a bad flare-up. They assume pain means damage, when it really just means don't. What about the MRI perspective? The MRI is one of the most useful tools we have. It gives us the best view, better than an X-ray, better than ultrasound, even better than a CT. What we're looking for are the muscles and the tendons around the shoulder. But it's only one piece of the puzzle. I always say an MRI shows structure, not story. Here's what I mean. An MRI can tell us what a tendon looks like. It can show if there's a tear or inflammation or fluid in the joint, but it can't tell us how you feel when you reach overhead. It's not a dynamic test. It can't measure your confidence, your muscle control, or the progress over time. It can't measure how well the other muscles can accommodate for the damaged tissue either. I've seen scans that look terrible, but the person had full range of motion and was getting stronger every week. And I've seen MRIs that looked almost perfect, but the person couldn't sleep or lift a coffee cup. So one of the biggest surprises over the years is how many people come in thinking that their MRI is a verdict. It's not. It's a clue. It tells part of the story, but not the whole one. You have to combine it with how you move, how you feel, and how you function day to day. Because surgery fixes anatomy, but it doesn't fix habits or mechanics or patience. And those are what keep you healing long after the scan fades from your memory. Let me know if you've ever been told surgery was your only option, but something in you hesitated. Hit the like button and give us a comment below. The hesitation is usually your body asking for more time. And I'd love to know in the comments what made you pause. So what we want is a balanced action, right? We want to know if you're in the gray zone dealing with pain, maybe you've done imaging and you're not sure what to do next. Here's how to think it through. First, focus on function, not fear. Ask yourself what your shoulder can do now, still. Can you reach? Can you dress? Can you carry light items? Right? Can you use the resistance band? Even limited motion means the joint still has potential. That's worth exploring through focused rehab and structured recovery before considering surgery. Second, number 2, set a fair timeline. If you've been working consistently for 6 or 8 weeks with minimal progress, or if your pain is waking you up every night, that's the point to pause and reevaluate. And when I say reevaluate, I don't just mean get another MRI. Look at the pattern. Are you a little stronger than last month? Is your pain shifting or shrinking, even a little? Those changes matter. They tell you something is working. On the other hand, if everything flatlines or getting worse, that's when it's worth having another discussion about what's next, preferably with your surgeon. And third, understand that both paths can be right. Some shoulder recover beautifully without surgery. Others truly need it to regain strength and stability. The key is making that choice with clarity instead of fear. There's a difference between giving your body time to heal and waiting because you're scared to make a decision. We don't want that. We want to be wise with our decision and with our timeline. And once you know which one you're doing, the next step becomes a lot clearer. When you think this way, you realize you're not stuck between nothing and go under the knife. You're simply choosing the right step for where your shoulder is today. And that is confidence. And that confidence, knowing what you're looking for, when to wait, and when to move forward, is one of the most powerful parts of this decision tree. So let's wrap this up. I've seen too many people rush into surgery out of fear. And I get it. Pain is scary and waiting feels like doing nothing. And truthfully, in some circumstances, waiting too long can be detrimental. But the truth is, patience can be one of the most powerful treatments there is. Because when you give your body a chance to show what it can do, you're often surprised at how much strength is still left. And don't forget, surgery is not without its complications as well. Again, we know we can have infection, we know we can have stiffness, we can have recurrent pain, recurrent tears. So we don't want to think that surgery is the panacea, that if we have surgery, everything is going to be great, because that's not true either. So before you make a decision you can't take back, download that shoulder pain checklist. It's the same framework I use to guide people before they ever went to surgery, and to guide me as well. And if you found this helpful, hit subscribe and check out our other videos. It'll help you understand when and why it may or may not be time for surgery. Thanks for watching. See you next time.